Today's Fans React is partnered with Football Prizes, who this week have got a fantastic Wolves prize up for grabs with a Steve Bull signed England retro shirt. A link to get your tickets is in the top of the description down below.
Not the best of Saturday mornings I've ever had, I must admit. And you know, throughout this little clip, it's really important to remember that Manchester City are probably the best team in the world. But that doesn't mean that you can't take the fight to them. They've seen with Palace this season and Newcastle. There's a bit of a blueprint how to get at them, and look, it's you need that. You need to perform to your best, and you need a bit of luck. We had none of that today. I think in spells we played okay, and I don't think it's as bad as the performance was as bad as a lot of fans are making out. But it's always difficult after a defeat to kind of separate yourself away from that disappointment. It never helps when you concede a goal after just over 1 minute, and it's too easy. You give Kevin De Bruyne that kind of space, you know what's going to happen. We saw it last season at the Molineux. So second goal as well, I think Collins getting sucked in. I don't think Kilman does a lot wrong. He's just tried to show him onto his other foot, or trying to almost just like shield him. And it's a fantastic finish. But Collins getting sucked in is a catalyst for that, if you ask me. Sending off, thought it was harsh when I was watching it in the stadium, but looked at the replays. It's a Stonewall red card. It's not high, but I mean, he kicks him straight in the bollocks. So what can you do? But I don't want to use the red card as it changed the game, because we were never in the game, especially when you concede so early. The front three is just, and I know we're playing Podence as an auxiliary centre forward, but there's no synergy. There's no confidence. I'd take Neto out of the team. He needs taking out of the team. Either take him out of the team or swap him and Guedes over, because there was ample opportunity today for him to go out on the outside. And when you're playing them inverted, they always want to cut inside, and it's easy to defend against because you know exactly where it's going. Whereas you go down on the outside and get the afterburners on, you've got more chance of trying to make an opening. I thought Nunez looks better and better each game. He's the only one today I was like, he could probably play for this City team. So a lot of stick for Aït-Nouri too, which I don't get. He's saying, why doesn't he pass the ball? There's a couple of opportunities where, okay, he could have done better, but no one's shown for the ball. It looks like a squad devoid of any confidence. Players are hiding. Players do not want the ball, which isn't good. It isn't good. I don't think it's, seeing fans call for Bruno's head. I understand it. I think after a defeat like that to City, it's a little bit knee-jerk. However, if you look at the bigger picture, and was it one win in, 14 games, something like that? I'm not quite sure, but it's concerning form. I still think he's got credit in the bank from the club, but I'm not really sure. And obviously injuries has been lucky with, but I'm not really sure what we're trying to do. Don't look at that team and think, okay, that's the ideology. That's how we're trying to do things. It looks very, very disjointed. But from a neutral's point of view today, Man City looked good, but they played at their own pace. It was almost testimonial-like for most of that, which isn't good. You don't want to see that. You want to see fight and aggression, and maybe too much aggression from Collins. But 3-game ban for him now because of the manner of which he got sent off, which is a blow. And again, why we needed another centre-half, because you're playing Neves at centre-back. I get why he wants to keep him on the pitch. So you can, have a bit more, you can adapt to certain situations and give you a few more options while keeping him on the pitch. But Mosquera and Gomez probably thinking, why on earth have I not come on? But strange one from Bruno. I think he's a man that's going to be under some serious pressure though after the next few fixtures, because they're tough. There's not one that jumps out that's winnable, and I do fear for him after that.
Afternoon, Wolves fans. Might as well keep this one short and sweet today. Not going to let the football ruin my Saturday. I suppose that's a good thing about an early kick-off today. Still got the rest of Saturday to go and enjoy in the sun. But the only positive I'm going to take from today, well, Collins, that's a disgraceful challenge, isn't it? I mean, I know people are joking saying against Grealish, but look at it from in serious point of view. You're banned for 3 games now, mate, and we've got 2 centre-backs on the bench. And we've got one of them surely got to play. That Log clearly doesn't trust spinning his left Neves on as a centre half for the last how long had left the game? 60 minutes. So yeah, it's not looking great, is it? I mean, surely he's got to bring one on today to sort of blood him into the Premier League a little bit and get him used to playing with Kilman, but that hasn't happened. I'm furious with Lark today, really, for not bringing Neto off. I mean, his performance was bad enough. His attitude fucking stunk today. It was terrible. How he's left him on the pitch for near enough the full 90s is beyond me. I mean, surely he's got to look at that and go, you know what, mate, your attitude stinks. Get off my pitch. You didn't deserve to be in the team at all today. You got players busting a gut when we're down to 10 men, when we had 11. He just didn't look arsed, did he? He just wasn't tracking back. He was throwing his arms in the air, walking. I don't care about a game you have. Put some effort in, and then I don't care. Awful today he was, and I don't know how he's got in that Portuguese side. Hopefully it gives him a bit of a turnaround, a bit of a boost, because he's been shocking. But I don't know how he stayed on the pitch for as long as he did today. Felt really sorry for Bedence and Guedes today. Both put a shift in, both had some good moments, and let's be honest, Nunes stands out like a sore thumb. He's a Rolls Royce of a player. Just his composure on the ball and his calmness, some of the passes he played, just the way he twists and turns. He won't be at us for longer than 2 seasons, I don't think. Hey-oh, still got the rest of Saturday to enjoy. Let's go and enjoy it.
Wolves 0, Man City 3. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wasn't going there today thinking we were going to get anything out of the game, but yeah, it was a little bit more painful than I thought it would be. You can't concede within 90 seconds against the champions and give them a sort of that head start. I thought that, credit where credit's due. I think the ball by KDB is unbelievable, and Grealish couldn't really miss from there. And when the second goal goes in as well, which is, I thought it was really poor defensively, really. I think Johnny got sucked in, got flicked round the corner, and then Collins was a bit out of place, and then Kilman, just sort of let Haaland run at him a little bit, and again, can't take much away from the finish. The guy's an absolute freak and a machine, to be honest with you. But, just nitpicking really, 2-0 down. And I didn't think we were too bad at that stage. We definitely weren't in the game, and we were sort of not helping ourselves either with these, short goal kicks, and sort of just inviting Man City just to completely press us further and further up the pitch. And then there's an aimless ball going up to 5'4" Podence against Akanji and Diaz, and they're never going to win those. He's never going to win anything, is he? I think a big talk point, the red card. I put a tweet out there about Anthony Taylor just wanted to show a red card from the first minute. You could just tell, like, there was just something that you could tell he was looking for things. He was nitpicking, typically against us as well. Man City were getting away with a few of those sort of clever fouls and challenges, should I say, and take nothing away from it. It's a stonewall red card. I just wish Collins would have kicked him 6 inches higher, to be honest with you, into the rib cage instead. But no, in all seriousness, can't really moan about it. I'm not sure what Collins is doing. I think he's focused on the ball, but yeah, definitely a painful one for Grealish. Second half, I actually think, that first 20 minutes in the second half, it was probably our best spell of the game. I thought we were very sort of courageous on the ball, playing through the lines. Like I say, just sort of, it was good to watch. I thought, Nunes was picking up some intelligent positions, driving forward with the ball. We kept the ball quite neat and tight. Johnny was coming in inside a little bit and joined up almost to make it like a midfield three, to get us further up the pitch. And it was a good sort of period and phase of play. And I think again, though, Man City showing why that they are. I know they haven't won the Champions League, but they are the best team in Europe. I think that third goal was just absolutely scintillating. Again, sort of Haaland, KDB and Foden's, you just have to sort of applaud brilliant at times, and that was one of those moments really where it was just a well-worked team goal, and that was the end of the game, really completely killed us. I think sort of special mentions for me, I thought Ruben Neves, yes, I don't want him to be playing centre-half, and I'm not even advocating that he should be doing that moving forward in a Wolves shirt, but, he didn't put a foot wrong for me at the back. He reads the game so well, super intelligent, and, we all know he lacks a yard of pace, but, I thought he marshalled Haaland incredibly well. Tracking him, made a few blocks and a few challenges, and I thought he had a fantastic game, which sounds stupid when you lose 3-0. Another notable mention, really, for me, I think we just need to flag. I mean, you could, the front three again hasn't really clicked, hasn't really worked, but I've really started to lose patience with Pedro Neto, and I can tell, I'll tell you for why. I think he was, our best player during that season in COVID with Nuno, and he was the one bright spark in a pretty poor season that we had. I feel like he's had his injury, he's come back, and he hasn't really sort of hit the heights that he had before. What's really frustrating me about this season and how he started the season is I just think he seems to have like a really inflated ego, and he's throwing his arms up in the air, he's moaning at the ref. The first half he took a tumble, picked the ball up with his hand to give away, a free kick. It was never a penalty in the month of Sundays. Just moaning, berating, and I just think, he's moaning at other teammates and stuff. It's like, actually, mate, you've barely trapped a fucking bag of cement all season. What you're doing is really starting to irk me. And I don't know whether it's that Arsenal move and the talk of that sort of stuff, but he's a million miles off it. Like, I don't even think he's in our strongest 11 at the moment with a fully fit squad. But yeah, onwards and upwards, international break, on to West Ham. Let's not panic yet, but for me, Bruno's got 3 games, and if we get less than 3 points, it's time to go.
It's finished. Wolves 0, Man City 3. It's Man City again. Difficult this week. When you concede in the first minute, you would just know that it's never going to be your day. Saying that, I thought in the 15 minutes after their first goal, I thought we reacted well to going behind, and we started to create some half chances, I'd say, Neto's and Guedez's. They're good half chances that maybe somebody who knows how to score a goal could do better in. When they get their second from that big alien up top that seems to just hit the ball and it flies in somehow. And at that point, you fear the worst. You fear, here we go, it's going to be 6, 7, maybe 8. And then Collins nails Grealish. To me, I didn't think it was a sending off to start with, but I've seen it back, and you can't fly in like that, unfortunately. Especially with the ref as bad as Anthony Taylor. It will just give anything if it's in, one of the top 6's favour. Obviously a checking badge thing as always. I'm pretty sure Rodri had a couple of pulled shirts that warranted a yellow card and could have been sent off himself, but there we are. That's what we have when we're dealing with some of the top 6 teams. But anyway, back to the football. So I think after the second goal went in, once again, I think we reacted quite well. We never really, all game, even when we went down to 10, yeah, they got forward loads, but I didn't fear as much that they were going to score all the while. And we managed to do okay leading up till half time. And I thought half time, okay, fine, just get us in. Half time, make a couple of changes, and just try and not make it embarrassing for us. But no, he made no changes. Played Neves centre back, which, to be fair to Neves, did really well. I hope to God we don't see Neves as centre back for the next 3 games while Collins is out, because that's something seriously worrying, and saying something about the 2 young lads on the bench, Mosquera and Totti, who Mosquera looked like he was about to come on and then was told to carry on warming up. So I don't really want to see that in the next couple of games that we've got coming up. But yeah, so half time we come back out, no changes have been made. I thought, okay, so we're just going to camp. But we came out again, and we tried, and we put a shift in, we grinded, and we actually looked like we were arse, something that we were missing in the first half. Seen Neves come out and say that they've got a game plan against Man City, which you have to do, and that was thrown out the window as soon as the goal went in the first minute. But they tried to carry on with that in the second half. And I could see what they were trying to do. I could see the work rate was lifted in the second half a little bit, but once again, it's not enough. It's not enough to beat a team like Man City. You've got to be on it for the first minute. You've got to create chances. You've got to score goals. You've got to take the minimal chances that you've got, and try and get up on the score sheet. But we couldn't do that today. Well, we haven't done that all season. It's getting quite embarrassing now, and quite. I wouldn't say I'm worried just yet. I think Wolves have the quality, and hopefully, touch wood, will get the quality up front to score goals and make us win games. Because if this keeps happening, where we're creating chances and no one's finishing them off, we could seriously be in trouble for the rest of the season. I don't believe all the Bruno Lage out shouts that I'm seeing on Twitter at the moment. It's a bit silly. It's Man City at the end of the day. They're the best team in the league. They've got the best midfielder in the league. They've got the best striker in the league. They're obviously going to score goals past you if you don't, play your game correctly. And we didn't today. It was nice to see some of the other lads get on. Nice to see Traore getting on today. He looks quite good in midfield. So hopefully we'll see more of him soon. But yeah, it's Man City. We move on now to West Ham in a couple of weeks. Big crunch game, I'd say. We need to see some sort of improvement and attacking threat, really. Otherwise, we're gonna be down there this season. But yeah, nice moment at the start of the game as well for the Queen, and 70 minutes through the game, well presented by Wolves and the fans and the Man City fans as well. So yeah, cheers for having me on, boys. Thank you.